This is interesting, and this one actually they need to pay attention to this over at the people at the DC offices. Popular Flash wants to return for James Gunn's DC universe. During his Men's Health interview, Grant Gustin revealed that the doors to the DCU might still be open for him. He shared that he's interested in returning to the role if James Cameron wanted him as DCU's Flash. Gustin shared with a fan of Gunn's work, and including Guardians of the Galaxy film. Also to mention, the Flash lasted 9 seasons from 2014 to 2023. And look, if you remember the show in the beginning days or you remember at the ending, he was the best thing on that show and he looked like the Flash. But it's not my opinion it needs to hear. Would you guys like to see them actually take a popular Flash actor and bring him back? Or would you like to see him cast somebody new? What do you guys think about it?
No. I personally think he was the best version of Flash that we've seen. I mean, it either way, like, here's the thing about it though. There's a difference between television and movies.
Yeah.
That doesn't guarantee it's going to transfer over. You know,
DC doesn't know
may
that.
be good on the small screen. Who knows how it transfers to a large? So I would love to see it, but I'm not 100% confident how well it would transfer.
He would be better than Ezra Miller.
Yeah,
I would be better than Ezra Miller.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. But like everyone likes. Look, I think he has the chops to do it in theater. And let's be honest, though, this is James Gunn directing, so it's basically just like a Hallmark movie, anyways.
Yeah.
So you don't have to.
Don't put down Hallmark movies.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. You don't have to worry about whether or not you're a good actor in a James Gunn movie, because if you're not his family member or his brother, it doesn't really matter. So I mean, we've seen like already this dude is a better actor than the guy they cast as Superman. He's gonna redo Batman, so we get to have 3. So I think like this is, this would be a good move because there were some episodes of The Flash that were movie quality episodes in terms of like plot line and acting and the way that they interacted and how they blended the stories in as they were building up things in the DCU with Arrow and and Supergirl and all that other stuff. The guy could pull it off, and he's a believable Flash, to be completely honest.
Yeah, he gets that. That's the one thing I liked about him is he gets that Flash emotion. Like Flash is always in that turmoil. He's had that inner turmoil, and you always felt that with him. He emotes very well over the screen.
And this would be a prime time for it too, because remember, there's also talks now about what they're doing with all of the like Daredevil and Punisher over in Marvel and bringing them to the big screen. And I think that this is somebody that's in comparison with like Daredevil and Barenthal going to the big screen. I think that I just think that if given the opportunity and it written properly and shot correctly, I think that you could really, it's easy to imagine this person playing Flash in the film, especially because let's be real, the costume in the TV show is way better than the costume in the movie.
Yeah. Well, that's where the problem lies, is the written properly part.
That's true.
No, this is a terrible idea. He should not be anywhere near the movies because he comes with all of the 9 seasons of TV baggage, whether it's supposed to be a different character or not, different multiverse, that he's coming from, but it's still coming with all that stuff in it. We've already seen his Superman, Green Arrow, Mr. Terrific, all those characters. So I don't think he should. He was great at it. And he can come back in some sort of multiversal role, but they should just get a new actor. Ezra Miller was the wrong choice. They need to get a new one.
They had the opportunity, because there was a point when Mr. Miller was going to the extreme, as I'll use the term, and they were like a big point of saying, should we just grab the Flash from TV and jump into the screen? I think that would have done wonders for that franchise and really would have helped it. I think Darth Moocher says he agrees with them bringing in a brand new actor, and here's the reason why I'll say that I can and I can't. One is you get the piped in audience that was already and that was already watching him on the CW or whatever channel he was on. And so you get those people that transition into the theater. So Flash doesn't become like a brand new actor, because let's be honest, there's like, if you're not Superman or Batman, it's harder to sell the rest of the DCU. Those are the two most popular invisible characters. So after that, maybe Wonder Woman's next, but like, the Aquamans and all these other characters suffer behind it. So maybe if you had somebody that actually had the built-in audience, there'd be a little bit more excitement, because with Superman, there's people excited to see some of the visuals and situations, but how big were the people if Cavill was coming back? A lot of people wanted to see Cavill come back. He had a piped-in audience already. Now you're asking, there's a Batman. If they, make a mistake on the casting the Batman, so I think if you have the opportunity, and maybe you don't have to do the 11 or 12 seasons, it's just he's coming in to be the Flash. You kind of retell his origin, because they do that almost every film that they're doing.
Yeah.
And because I think he's a really good actor, and he looks the role. It's hard for you to get somebody that looks like they're the Flash and really mean it. I thought Miller just, especially I guess Zack Snyder's costume, he didn't really quite seem like the Flash.
Well, I think ultimately what's going to happen is that they should get Sam Jones back. Do you remember Sam Jones?
No.
He was in the movie Flash Gordon. You don't remember that from the 80s?
No, I doubt if they could even get him. I've seen him as.
Oh, you'd be amazed. Sam Jones. I mean, come on. The guy was in, what was it, Ted 2 or Ted?
Yeah, he was in Ted 2. I appreciate that Richard got it. Let's move on to the next one. I'm upset.